From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Houston Texans. The kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Let's set. 19.
Play action for Miller. Now Watson. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Now, this is just the 5th all-time meeting between the Texans and Saints here, taking place in Week 1. And they have split the previous 4 meetings. Of course, the Texans entering the league in 2002. But you would think that these two teams would have met more because the cities are only separated by 350 miles, I-10 connecting them. In fact, for New Orleans, Houston is the closest NFL city of any in the league. So it's kind of interesting that this is only the 5th time that they have met. The last time they got together, November of 2015, the Texans winning that one 24-6. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson, and he's taken down here by the Saints. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Trey Hendrickson providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Now it's Ginn. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, Breeze. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Now a throw here to his running back. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the 1st.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Yellow waiting. I got you.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Murray. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, it should open up his running game, too. Now throwing on 1st down and completing it. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Well, it's just been an aerial attack all the way downfield, and they're putting it to the defense in a big way right now. What do you think, partner? Do you now run the football? Because they're in a pretty good spot already at the outer edges of a field goal.
But, like you always tell me, you're still far enough away from the end zone that a pass could be a good option here, too.
You know, we always talk about running the ball until people take it away from you. I don't see any reason to stop throwing it until they take it away from you as well.
Well, the early returns here on the opening drive, though, solid. They tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Again, it's Breeze. And King's got it. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards. Breeze now on 1st down. Flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Now, Breeze again. And he's got it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. From 10 yards out. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Let's go. Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Let's go.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Here's Watson. Caught. Safarian Jenkins, right side. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. To throw again on second down. Watson, and his throw's going to be incomplete. Kenny Stills, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Watson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Back to throw, Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sack back at the 29. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Watson. Incomplete over the middle. Safarian Jenkins. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for third down. Now it's Watson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on fourth down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's on the first-round pick, number 23 overall, Titus Howard. So on fourth down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good. No one attempted or made more field goals than Fairbairn last year. He was 37 of 42. And
they were grateful for every one of those that put 3 points on the board. But I guarantee you, Bill O'Brien, the head coach, is thinking to himself, we need to use them a lot less in 2019. Let's make sure we score some more touchdowns.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And here's a throw that's taken in by the tight end Cook. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Jared Cook is a guy who's been around the NFL. He's been with the Titans, the Rams, the Packers. And the last 2 years in Oakland, now he makes a move to the Big Easy, where he pairs with Drew Brees and forms a nice little threat.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Brees now to throw. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Whitney Merciless. No mercy. Flies in for the sack. Third and long now after the sack of Brees, and the Saints up against it here.
Here we go. Hey, easy. Mike, 55.
Shotgun now for Brees. And that is incomplete.
Are we on the same page here, partner? Because I think they had the right idea. Just take what you can get on 3rd and forever.
Yeah, in real life, I'd say yes. It's just these video games are tempting. You want to go downfield with it.
I like the way you've evolved. You know, you've learned how to play it the Madden way.
Hey, easy.
They do go for it. It's Breeze. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And the Texans scoop it. And they're not able to convert on 4th down. And the aggressive play call simply does not work out. You're on your own side of the field here. Punt it, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's a time for analytics and a time for being aggressive, but not with this field position. There's also a time for good old football 101 sense.
Yeah.
Punt it away. Let your defense take over with better field position.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. And this,
wide open, complete, 20, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6. Lutz good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
50. 19. Right there, 56. I'm going to come back to you.
A shotgun snap for Watson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. Airing it out deep for Smith. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Traquan Smith, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Safarian-Jenkins. But now it'll be third down. The Texans on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. To throw is Watson. And he finds Safarian-Jenkins. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. Here's Watson. And an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Watson now to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Trey Hendrickson showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Flushed out right. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. From the gun on third, Watson. This is Johnson. He's got it. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 21. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The Texans on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Austin Safarian-Jenkins there to make the grab. And the Texans cut into that lead. Until that late score here in the second quarter, they only had the field goal, so that's just big to see that football get into the end zone.
Yeah, and when you look at the scoreboard now, nothing seems out of reach. They've been outplayed in the first half, but when the clock hits zeros as they head into the half, you know what I do as the head coach?
What?
I tell my team to sprint to the locker room to show that we've got the momentum and show that we're right back in this game.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Smith catches left side. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Breeze now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Throwing now is Breeze. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Intended for Jared Cook. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Here we go. Easy.
Breeze now. It's caught on the right side at Smith. So we're at halftime of the first of 2 here on this opening Monday night of 2019. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get this back to just the 20 with a penalty marker down. Let's see what this is about. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Again, they'll throw with Breeze. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Give the sack to Barkevious Mingo, the former number 6 pick. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. To throw is Breeze. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. Here's Jones on the return. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure.
And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out, and this is picked up by the Saints, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. Cook strip, the ball's out. They'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for. They tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it. Definitely ill-advised. Just wonder about his mechanics right now, you know, and that's the tough part. You do so much stuff in practice to make it repetitive, but it has to repeat under pressure, whether it's pressure from the defense or just the pressure of playing the game.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. The Saints on fourth down last year, 13 of 16, second best in the league, and they'll try it here. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on fourth down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Texans take over an excellent field position.
56, 19, 56. Hey, come on,
Now a first down throw. Watson flush to his right. And I think the ball's out. And this one's going to go out of bounds, so no recovery. But on fourth down, a change of possession anyway. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
What is that? 19. Me and you all day. I'm coming out.
Play action from Miller. Now Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. Third down now.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, here's Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down, threw a fastball. When that wasn't necessary, incomplete pass. One of these quarterbacks going to learn, you don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth.
And the Texans first down.
Set, 19. 24. Check.
On first down, Watson. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Watson, steps away to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. 5 wides in the game, 4 of them to the right side. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Now Watson escaping the touchdown, Texans.
Defensively by now, you know his ability. You know he has it in him to take off and run.
Yeah, because they knew coming into this game, but we've already seen examples in this contest that he can run the football.
I think they're going to examine different ways to rush him now. Are they going to do it with different lanes? Are they going to use a spy? But they have to come up with options because right now, he's hurting them.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Watson from the gun, he'll throw. And nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20, 10, 5, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone.
Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches?
Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
Ready. Yeah, we're waiting. Mark 37. All day, dog. We go 21, 21. Easy, opposite.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Breeze. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
It's a gain of 3.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Hey, easy.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Whitney merciless. Able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Here's Thomas Morstead now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Jones. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
A first down carry now for Miller. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. In 2018, Deshaun Watson had 5 fourth-quarter comebacks. Only Drew Brees of the Saints had more with 6. From the 38, Watson is going to... And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A gain of 32 that time. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Back to throw, Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Being chased out left. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Trey Hendrickson, his 2nd sack of the night. Here we go on 4th. Watson, that is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point.
4th and goal, and they found a way to throw it in the end zone for a touchdown.
And these defenses, they just like 3 downs, get off the field. But here they had to go 4, couldn't get it done.
A lot of the time, you're looking up and saying, okay, if I hold them for 3, at worst, I give up a field goal attempt. When they go for it, sometimes it really affects the defense because maybe they're not mentally prepared to go that 4th down.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here we go.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Well. 41 Mike, right here. Hey, wahoo!
Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. Flushed out right. He'll air it out deep for... And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So line of scrimmage, still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Watson with a give to Miller. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had the incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. A shotgun snap for Watson. And Stills over the middle. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down. Here we go with Johnson, going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. Bill O'Brien rolls the dice, but to no avail. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And Cook has it left side. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Dixon, complete. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Breeze now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Now Breeze completes it to Dixon. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. To throw is Breeze. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the... It's caught inside the 25. 33 yards that time. Haven't heard much from him all night, but welcome to the party, making his presence felt in a big way.
They've kept him under wraps all night long, but boy, did he find a great time to bust out.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now Watson. That is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A gain there of 21 yards. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. He's back to throw, and this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play, and this ball game is over. So this one a victory here for New Orleans, and with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Saints, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves.